In no sense that New Zealand citizens can't get back into their own country through a poorly managed MIQ system. Mandates implemented by this regime mean I personally haven't been able to work properly with freedom of movement for over 2 years, longer. What happened to 2 weeks to flatten the curve? Over these 2 years, it has become get boosted every 3 months for a valid vaccine pass. We just wanted to help our families.
Yeah.
We did things we didn't want to do. What next? Now my partner can't work either. What does choice look for us now? How do we afford our mortgage? How do we afford to feed our family? Medical care, hairdressers. You know, we can't even go inside these places. Look at this.
Free haircuts, bro.
I'll wear it with pride, okay. Free haircut, free haircut. Couple this is one. So yeah, we can't even go inside these places. We can't utilise any council facilities, yet we still have to pay rent. No libraries, no museums, no swimming pools. And this country's Prime Minister said there would be no consequences for people like us. Exercising our freedom to say no. We're just saying no. We're not allowed to go in these places anymore. For saying our body, our choice, but we've had a bloody enough. Enough of the lies, the deception, the discrimination, the misreporting, the misrepresentation. You know what? Yesterday I called out a TV personality whom I used to admire and adore actually, for being divisive, for bullying us people here, for taking the piss. People have died. It's not funny. This is not funny, bro. Her Twitter army turned on me. The mainstream media turned on me. I don't care. I actually don't care.
Good on you, man. Good on you.
Where's this kindness that they preach, eh? Where is that? That behaviour, my friends, that behaviour, that's deplorable. No, I'm not down with Hillary. I love Hillary. Hillary's lost and she needs to find her way back.
Yeah.
You know what? By ending all mandates now, musicians, all kinds of entertainers, promoters and their ancillary industries can go back to earning a living that we love. We love putting smiles on people's faces. We love singing our songs and having them sung back to us. We are privileged people to do this. I haven't been able to do it for 2 years. I'm so looking forward to playing some songs, man. By ending all mandates now, hard-working hospitality business owners can get back to not having their lives disrupted by staff having to self-isolate.
Yeah.
The tourism industry can return to its rightful place as New Zealand's #1 industry. Many countries around the world have moved forward, whilst New Zealand has lurched backwards into an apartheid regime.
Yeah.
Those with eyes open enough to see know that we're being lied to. We've been lied to as a nation, as a people. All New Zealanders were told that if we get jabbed, then we would have our freedoms back. But for both jabbed and unjabbed, there are still an excessive amount of restrictions which are upending so many people's lives and causing so much mental harm and anguish. New Zealand is a vastly diverse country. There are as many reasons to be here as there are people. You know what? But we unify under one kaupapa. We the people want freedom. We want our lives and our rights back. The New Zealand government must end all mandates now. By all New Zealanders, not just us here, but we are representative of them. For each one of us, there's at least 100 out there. They are too scared to come out, man. But we're here. We showed up. Thank you. By standing for our freedoms and our inalienable sovereign rights as natural human beings, not in their fantasy, but in our reality. And in a non-violent, peaceful manner, we can actually chart a course forward as a unified people of Aotearoa. Remember, civil disobedience is actually our sacred duty if the state becomes lawless. Why is this government and most of New Zealand's mainstream media institutions so firmly resolved to portray us Kiwis as right-wing fascists and neo-Nazis? Have they looked at me? I wish it was funny, you know. Why are they determined to paint millions of us as the great unwashed? It is utterly vile, repugnant disinformation narrative. They are deplorable in trying to subjugate and marginalise we, the people. You know what? I've got news for the shills in the news media and the government of New Zealand. I've been marginalised my whole life. Nothing's new to me, mate. They should all be ashamed. Now, Liz Gunn, who has been nothing short of inspirational, told me last night that her team have irrefutable evidence that these mainstream media and modelling units are being paid by Prime Minister Ardern. Look up the Jacinda papers if you haven't already. Hatchetreport.com. Hatchetreport.com. Remember, COVID-19 modelling Aotearoa is headed by the wildly inaccurate COVID modeller Dr. Sean Hendy, who once predicted 80,000 imminent, just for fear, imminent New Zealand deaths. How many are we currently at?
60
53? Something like that? Less than the flu, right? What happened to the flu? They miraculously cured the flu. Right. By the way, if these vaccines are safe and effective, why do we keep needing boosters? Why does everyone know someone who has been injured? Or worse? Why aren't these questions being asked? You know what, my brother, this is one of the other reasons I have to be here. My brother now has pericarditis. When does it leave him? You know, where's this real, where's the real empathy? Not this fake
smile shit
practiced and presented through fake news and fake smiles. Where's the kindness they preach from their smug parliamentary pulpits and their ivory broadcasting towers? Where are they? Where's the shared public discourse, the meeting of minds and ideas so that we can navigate this waka together?
Yeah.
You know what, the New Zealand I love, the Aotearoa I love, is not some one-sided, one narrative fits all, one source of truth neo-dictatorship. This heavily scripted, divisive rhetoric has driven wedges between our communities. It's broken up families, it's broken down many individuals, tragically beyond the brink. Suicide data in New Zealand was one of the worst in the OECD under this kind, empathetic government. Now they won't even publish the data. They should be embarrassed. I've had a guts full. We've had a guts full. We've had enough of this pathetic, pretending, posturing. It's enough, this condescending dictatorship. We are reclaiming kindness. We are not, as claimed by this Prime Minister, a two-tiered society. We are New Zealand, we are one, and that is what it is. You know what, I actually used to consider myself a really hard lefty, you know, a leaning lefty at one point. A greenie with a capital G, you might say. A paid-up member even. But these days, today, I don't recognise any of them. None of the party labels matter to me anymore. The only label I'm interested in right now is that to be a free New Zealander. Free to make my own choices about my life, my body. Free to travel, free to enjoy our country. Free to attend a funeral or tangi to grieve and not have to watch an empty funeral parlour with the lonely coffin of a person I love online. New Zealanders should be free to work, free to provide for their loved ones. They should have freedom of expression without fear of being gagged and censored and abused or worse. New Zealanders, in fact, no one anywhere should be ruled by tyranny and fear, by nonsensical mandates or muzzled by masks. Prime Minister Ardern, she must end all COVID mandates immediately. Now this is just my kōrero here. I don't know what yours is. I know our overall kaupapa, but I personally lost faith in this entire establishment. I've lost faith in the entirety of the New Zealand political system and its institutions. Where are these elected politicians? Where the hell are you? You have all had ample opportunity to broker a conversation between your totalitarian masters and the people who elected you. Where are you? Because we are here. We're on the steps of the New Zealand Parliament House, the People's House, but you are still nowhere to be seen. You are all conspicuous in your ongoing choice to be absent. You've even gone on holiday. You're on notice now. We the people have put you on notice. Come out of hiding. No one here wants to hurt you. Stop believing your own rhetoric. You are us. We are one people. This is your opportunity. Your duty is to represent us. Come down and negotiate a way forward through these stifling, nonsensical, mandatory mandates. Because we're not going anywhere until they're dropped. Come and speak with us. Bridge the gap with united factions here to agree on a clear consensus and help broker a deal. It's simple. End mandates and revoke the COVID-19 bill. Furthermore, I have another resolve. Prime Minister Ardern, Jacinda, you are not fit to lead this administration. You have abused and neglected your duty as elected kaitiaki of the people of Aotearoa. Therefore, we have the duty to call for your resignation. If this doesn't happen, it's our duty as New Zealanders, under the Constitution, to have you removed. I call on the prerogative of the Governor-General of New Zealand to act in the interest of the people of New Zealand to dissolve this Parliament. Allow us, the people, allow us to assemble a House of Representatives that actually represents us. I took the call made yesterday from here for reclaiming our democracy by declaring New Zealand's Freedom Day for March the 1st. Not Booster Day. Hell no. Freedom Day. That is the day Parliament reconvenes. That is the day, and it will be historic, the day that New Zealand politicians may have the last opportunity to record which side of history they are on. Choose wisely. Choose with the people who elected you or the people who muzzled you. So finally, kia kaha whānau. Stand strong. You are all, each and every single person here, and everyone you represent, because I know there are many. You are glorious. You are delightful. You are wonderful. You are beautiful. And you are the beautiful, diverse peoples of Aotearoa. Ngā mihi nui. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.